Hi guys, this is Dave from Homegrown Herbs. I'm going to do a couple of little series now of sort of like family trees, that's the only way to put it, of all the clutches this year so far. Just so it sort of gives you an idea of the genetics behind each baby and where everything's come from. So to start off, we have this lady here. This is my pinstripe girl. She's a CB14, I believe. She was originally, when she first came to us 2 years ago now, a really picky feeder, didn't want to eat, went a very long time without food. She has calmed down and changed a hell of a lot. She's starting to really pound on her food again now, especially after having the babies. She was paired this year to my mystery lesser, and no one can really work out what he is. But the lesser she threw was gorgeous, really gorgeous. And I'll show you that one in a moment. But with this girl, as you can see, she's just an absolutely stunning, pretty little example of a pinstripe. Doesn't want to stand still, but she is an absolute darling snake. Lovely eye stripes all the way up to the neck. Pretty little head stamp. Belly inquisitive. As I say, she is starting to slap her food back on now. Gave me at the time 4 eggs. One of those eggs actually turned out, I don't think the class it as infertile, but it was like a fully formed egg with nothing in it, basically. We did incubate because I thought I'd seen a small vein, a couple of little veins, network of veins, so I thought I'll incubate and give it a go. And it did actually keep for the best part of around 5 weeks before we started to realise that it was a dud egg as such. So we went from there and obviously discarded that one. She went full term with 3 of the eggs, of which I'll show you in a moment were 2 normals and a lesser. The normals, even the normals in my eyes, are really super cute. They are actually possibly sold now, but I'll show them you anyway just to sort of give you an idea on the genetics and everything else. Okay, we'll go and get the daddy for you. Okay, we're back. This is the lesser male. As I say, this is the mystery lesser that no one could sort of work out whether he's lesser, Mojave, green Mojave or anything else. But I'm sort of waggling my hands in front of him. He is pounding food at the moment, so he's, everything is edible. As you can see, the major thing that sort of throws us with this lesser is it does seem to throw the sort of patterning and coloration of like the green Mojave, with the green flaring and blushings up the side. As I say, he is a super light brown as well, more like a greeny brown, but again a very exceptional looking lesser. As I say, I shall be producing a few different ones, putting back and forth with him, and including his sister as well, which I do have, and that'll be coming up as well, the lesser to lesser clutch. But as you can see, his colorations and his patternings are absolutely beautiful. The sort of hue and shine to his sides are just absolutely beautiful. And as I say, they're very high as well. I suppose in a way, if you sort of look at it, he's like, how can I put it, like Mojave on top, and then sort of like lesser or green Mojave at the bottom. But I just do think he's an absolutely gorgeous example. But the baby that throwed sort of throwed us off a little bit, because it's sort of not him, but not a lesser either. We're not, well, not a Mojave or a lesser, so we're a bit stumped with him at the moment. As I say, I shall go and get the babies for you now, and you can see what I mean. But this little man, wow, it blows my mind, he really does. He's such a pretty snake. And as I say, those gold blushings and that are just absolutely gorgeous. So go and get you the babies. Okay, so this is one of the normals that came from the lesser pin pairing. As you can see, very, very pretty little normal. In my eyes, I'm probably just being biased, but the patternings are just absolutely crazy. My eyes really, really pretty. Notice for this lesser boy as well, the normals that he throws seem to throw quite bright yellows running down the back, and high blushings as well, as you can see here. So as I say, this boy really does bewilder me to what's going on with him, and it'll only be the next few seasons that we sort of see where we are with him. But even the heads are quite dark. There seems to be a lot of black speckling going on within the actual alien heads. Whether that's normal or not, I presume it's just normal, to be honest. I don't think it's anything out the ordinary, to be honest. I don't really think a bit of black speckling would do anything, but yeah, you never know. So again, stay still by his neck so you can see. As I say, that even the blushings all the way up to the neck are just out of this world. And as you can see, the broken up alien heads, and also you can see better on that one actually. And stay still. The sort of black speckling that I'm talking about, it runs in every alien head all the way up. But as I say, it's just an exceptional looking little normal. I think, if I remember rightly, this one is a girl. Just quickly check. Oh, hello. Got a P everywhere as well. Yeah, it's a little girl. Yeah, so this one, as I say, is on hold at the moment and may be sold. If anybody has any interest, then obviously still chuck me a PM or send me a comment below, and I'll still obviously let you know if anything goes on or whether it doesn't go through or whatever. Okay, just going to get the other one. Okay, so this is the second of the normals. Quite different again from the other one. There's still the sort of high blushings and that running up the necks and stuff like that, but with this one, it's a lot cleaner animal. It's not so jumbled up and not so messy. Very high whites around all of the alien heads, literally top to bottom, that is, on both sides. The whites actually wrap the alien heads all the way up pretty much. Just so there's those little blushings and markings up. But again, just a very exceptional looking little snake. Absolutely gorgeous. I think again is a little girl. If I remember rightly, I'm actually quite female heavy this year. Yep, little girl. As I say, this year I seem to be very female heavy. I think actually out the whole clutch I've only got, out the whole lot this year I think I've had 4, 5 males. Not really ideal because a few of them I did want as males, but it's one of those things, hey ho. I just seem to be very heavy. Oh well, But again, they do hold again those very yellow markings on the backing, but then quite dark everywhere else. The backs are quite black. Bit of a rose tinted head to this one. Why, I don't know, but yeah, quite a reddy rosy head on this one, which is unusual. But yeah, again, a gorgeous little normal. Okay, I'll just go and get the last one. Okay, we are back with the last, as you can see. Not normal. To me, I'm swayed along the lines of saying it's a lesser. And speak to quite a few people. They're sort of saying lesser. But as you'll see further on in the series, is the lesser male that we used, we put back to his sister this year. So lesser to lesser apparently. And the baby that he throwed out, obviously fell a bell, but it also threw a thing that people are convinced is a Mojave, which sort of really confuses the facts. So, but I'm open to comment suggestions down below on what you guys think. To me, this is a little lesser. Really pretty example, to be fair. Very pretty. I do really like the messed up jumble pattern down on the bottom half. How it starts to get so jumbled up and messy. It's really pretty. There is a lot of like on this where the sort of remains of the alien heads would be, little dots in the holes, look. Which I do think is quite funky. It's a bloody thing to focus. And the belly on this one is really cute as well. There's quite a lot of markings running down it. Very pretty. And that tail, colour in that tail, just awesome, absolutely awesome. Again, if I remember rightly, is another girl. Yep, another girl. As I say, I seem to be this season very female heavy, some crazy reason. People always get mad wanting females. I actually really needed males this year, but you get what you get. The odd gods are what they are. So that's all three. But again, I'm open to comments and suggestions on this girl. So just leave them down below and let us know a bit of information on what you guys think. Hope you're all having a brilliant season. For all those just keeping, I hope you're enjoying and loving your animals. As always, let's teach, not preach. Thanks, guys.